Alright, and what the heck is going on, prospectors? My name is Just Chaos, and yeah, we got some patch notes to go over. They're not really that big. They're like some obvious changes that needed to happen because of player feedback. So yeah, getting into the first thing is weapons. The painter now has a damage reduced to 18. It was previously at 20, which is fair in my opinion. The projectile speed has also been reduced to 125 meters, and it was previously at 150 meters, however it was. The sonic boom. Now, I know a lot of you have been probably getting hit by the sonic boom, and my thing is, it feels like a shotgun, but it's like a long barrel shotgun. Like, it has range. So, the sonic boom has a damage curve that's adjusted, as well as reduced damage to targets that are more than 4 meters away. This change mostly impacts targets that are at 10 to 15 meters. Last patch, it was the triple burst gun, and now this patch is the sonic boom. Like, I don't know what's happening with weapon balance, but like, if everyone just chooses to use only one weapon, I feel like that is a bit of a problem. But yeah, nothing too big on weapons entirely, just those two. Going on to equipment, the drill charge, which is one of my favorite things to use, now does 50% damage to AI enemies, was at 100. Okay, I did think it was a little weird that if you threw a drill charge on an enemy with a shield, their health would just go away like that. I mean, granted, I thought it was pretty useful to get through dungeons a lot faster, but you know, apparently not for them. In terms of hard points, we have a dev note. We've seen a lot of community feedback on these hard points and are taking some immediate steps to reduce their power level, and will be taking some steps in the future build to reduce their overall frequency and reach as well. Note again, we're keeping an eye on shock field as well and may make changes to that hard point in the near future. Okay. Alright, so getting on to the laser ram. Something had to be done with the laser ram. Like, the laser ram can be avoided, but I feel like it just really ruins fights sometimes. But laser ram, damage per second reduced to 2.5. It was actually at 3. Alright. It now takes 5 seconds also to activate after installed, swapped, or even repaired, which I think is also fair, because when people move the laser ram from one side to the other and it activates immediately as you're turning into someone, that's pretty messed up. Granted, you can board them to prevent that, but I don't know. I feel like the laser ram changed the way the meta of ship battles actually work. I don't know. Either way, moving on to the mine layer. The mine layer had its damage reduced to 8, and it was previously at 10. Mines now take 8 seconds to arm once deployed, and they were previously at 5. Okay. Mines no longer explode if they contact an enemy ship before armed. I thought that was weird. I'm glad they looked into that, because I really thought that that was actually weird. They would still explode if they weren't even armed in a way. Small little quality of life change. An adjustment was made to the matchmaking to help improve matchmaking quality for all players, of course. And then of course we got some bug fixes. Fix the crash on PC that could occur during login for users with Intel Sandy Bridge CPUs. Fix the crash on PS5 that could occur when canceling matchmaking. Fixed an issue that sometimes caused matchmaking queues to be unintentionally cancelled. Fixed an issue that prevented some users from being able to log in, and it has an error code there, not sure what that means necessarily. Fixed an issue that prevented us from gathering constant GPU crash data, I guess that's for them. Fixed a bug that sometimes caused infinite tractor beams, didn't know that was even there. Fixed a bug that occasionally displayed the incorrect ship selection whenever a team was formed. I've never seen that bug. I've seen a bug where the ship name was it was just not in the way, it was just in the way of the ship, so you couldn't see what the ship name was. I've seen that. And fixed the bug where infamy badges in match were displaying lifetime value versus monthly value. Fixed a bug where streak badges in match could show negative values. Those are things that I probably never paid attention to. But either way, I feel like that's pretty good for them to be doing. I mean, they've been moving on hotfixes pretty fast, which is always a good thing to hear from devs. And lastly, just some previously implemented hotfixes. I think these were from the previous patch notes, but just saying them again. Adjusted our matchmaking criteria for some regions to make it easier to find games. Fixed an issue that prevented players from being able to equip renegade skins. Fixed an issue that prevented some players from being able to access the in-game shop. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Fixed an issue that caused ADS verticality sensitivity setting to get locked at max setting. Alright. Fixed an issue where credit bundles in the in-game store displayed incorrect prices for some regions. And lastly, they fixed an issue where players in our Pacific region were experiencing login failures when launching the game in traditional and simplified Chinese. Okay. I remember they were doing a lot of fixes for other regions other than just, the US, which is good. Like I said, small patch note, not really too big. Following along with the inclusion of the patch notes, I know I lied, I said it was just going to be one thing, but apparently they're also doing new reach anomalies that are going to be inside the game. Now, I'm ripping some video from the actual YouTube channel itself, but you should do yourself a favor and actually go to their channel so that you like their video. But because you're here on my channel for now, first things first, we have some new anomalies that are going to be into the game. Not immediately, it's going to be spread out as the year goes on, but first thing is going to be Rotation 1 with a new point of interest, which is the obelisk. The obelisk, as it sounds, is exactly as it looks. It's a giant obelisk that has wonderful goodies inside of it. It says it's a huge alien structure that emerges from the cosmos. The obelisk is a sprawling POI, tough to conquer and packed with epic loot, maybe even the stage for an artifact showdown. I absolutely love that. For Rotation 2, which is going to include a new object, which is the Ancient Relic. It's not going to be happening until August 21st, but still good to look forward to. This strange object will sometimes appear in loot rooms. Interacting with the Ancient Relic will trigger unpredictable effects. Use the object to open a portal to who knows where. Interesting. Moving on to Rotation 3, which won't happen until September 4th, we have a new weapon type, a new artifact type, which is a weapon artifact, which I think is actually pretty cool of them to add. You may not be able to teleport while holding the weapon artifact, but hey, here's what you can do: laser people. This new artifact type fires a beam of energy with infinite ammo, capable of tearing through both prospectors and ships. Cut clean through anything you can aim at it, assuming you can aim. And lastly, we just have Hardpoint 4, which doesn't really have a release date. It's probably going to be closer to December, maybe inside the winter. But it's simply just a defense drone. And I have to say, by looking at it, I feel like they should implement this sooner than everything else that they have. But simply the defense drone, when installed and activated, this hardpoint deploys a little drone that temporarily intercepts incoming projectile fire from enemy ships. It may be small, but it packs a big counterpunch. And I absolutely do love that, because there has to be some counterplay options for ship battles. As people start to learn how to play the game a lot better, it gets really hard to just enjoy yourself inside Wildgate sometime, depending on how things go for you. But overall, that was it. That was actually it. I know I lied at first, but yeah, that was actually it so far for August 7th. They seem to be having their head in the right direction for balance patches, as well as some new things for players to be able to do. I hope you all are enjoying Wildgate as much as I am, and if I ever see you on my ship, please, for the love of God, close the doors when you leave. I don't know who raised you. See ya.